Hello everyone, it's the Bitcoin SV bulldozer. How's life? So, the overall message for this video will be short and succinct. However, I'm going to go into some details a bit further on. So, price does matter, but what matters even more is getting off your fucking ass and doing something. Yeah, I'm being sarcastic again. But I'm actually going to flip the message this time, and it's going to be a little bit more on the positive side, maybe a mix of positive and negative, get off your butt, but also look at the opportunities that are here. So I listened to a couple of videos yesterday. Well, I listened to one video, and then I started to listen to the video of Gavin Mail and Raphael Leverde. But I actually had to stop listening to it because he's kind of saying the same thing that I've been saying on my channel for quite a while now. And I didn't want to sound like I'm just ripping him off, but also when I hear something like this, I don't want it to mix in with my own ideas, and therefore I actually forget what I'm going to say and my take on things. So he did say, and I got to this point in the video, Raf said that there are many Bitcoiners that are basically coming to the same conclusion independently and seeing the same thing independently, right? And I'm not saying that I'm on the level of some of these epic dudes in the crypto space and in the Bitcoin space, but since day one, when I got into Bitcoin in 2016, I could see there was more to it than just transacting. So just a quick shout out before I continue to Gavin Mail for putting together all of these amazing interviews and his content. Fantastic job. Keep it up, please. So the other video that I listened to wasn't an interview, it was a talk given by this conspiracy guy, Jon Rappoport, on mind control. And I didn't listen to the whole video. He sort of babbled on a bit because his message was pretty clear to me. And it was in line with what I've been thinking about crypto basically since the start of this channel and Bitcoin in particular. But yeah, he didn't really go on to topics that I would have associated with mind control. It was all about creativity. So the essential thesis of his talk was that the powers that be use their imagination to create the world around us, and they use it in a powerful way. And they get us to believe that we're not that special. We can't do the same things that they do. They're creating the tyranny and the evil, the corruption that we see around us, and they're using their imagination to do this. But they also suck the life out of us via the system, via the indoctrination camps known as schools, and we get brainwashed with these ideas that are actually not true. That we, in quote marks, need money and, in quote marks, need a job. What about this idea that we need an abundant mindset and the money will come to us? That we need to be creative and the money will come to us? Having that mindset of I need a job, I need money, is antithetical to creativity, and they love that. Our creativity is what they fear because we are massively creative, or we have the potential to be massively creative, and they don't want that because then we can actually change the world around us using our imaginations and using our inventiveness. And so with this channel, right from the outset, I was saying, is Bitcoin a limp lettuce leaf or is it a bulldozer? I want to make it into a bulldozer, right? It has the potential to be a bulldozer. There's so much opportunity here, and we can get creative and get inventive using the blockchain. For those of you out there who, in quote marks, have a job, I don't know how you do it. Every time I've had a job, I've felt my soul being destroyed. I felt the life force is being sucked out of me. And the reason I felt that way is because I was owned. I was owned by my boss or the corporation, and I was essentially a wage slave. Crypto offers us the opportunity, in particular Bitcoin, the real Bitcoin, offers us this opportunity to break out of that via our creativity, not looking at price, not pump and dump. Now the price is important, but I think one of the things that destroys the creativity in this space is price fixation. It's a fine line you dance when you enter the crypto space. You may have this well of enthusiasm and creativity, and then when the money gets to you, I reckon it gets sucked out of you. And I don't think this is one of the things that people are considering at all in terms of this utility price issue. Back in 2017, I wonder what percentage of those ICOs, the startups, were actually genuine and what percentage of them were exit scams. I don't believe they were all exit scams. I think a lot of them were. I think a lot of nefarious people saw an opportunity to, in quote marks, raise capital. But what they were really doing, their intention was just to exit scam with a lot of money. But I do think there were some genuine participants there who thought this would be a really good way to raise capital for this business, and they actually wanted to create a business using it. And then what happened was, when they were flooded with money via the ICO, they just thought, oh, stuff this, I'll just piss off with this money. And I think that's what happens in this space with the creativity, or it can happen. So you have to sort of temper a desire for money and not get caught up in greed. That's what a price fixation is all about. It's just greed. And it's corrupting the whole space. It has already corrupted the whole space. Money does that. And there's a fine line, I think, that people tread with crypto. This revolutionary thing that is money, and therefore it's not going to be revolutionary because it'll just get us addicted to ideas of wealth and riches. In a way, what we've got with Bitcoin SV is a real gift. The on-chain economy is opening up for us, and Bitcoin SV is in the prime position to take advantage of this. Web3. Now, if Bitcoin hadn't been suppressed all these years, it may have taken off in, say, 2013 and 2014. And here and now, we would be late to the party. But we're getting in at ground floor with this. It's an opportunity that you can go and seize right now. It's screaming for it. And you can do that. Take the bull by the horns. Become the bulldozer that Bitcoin SV is. And it requires us to be the bulldozer, not to just sit back and wait for it. So you can go and grab that opportunity now, or you can sit back, hodl your coins, and watch the price and do nothing. And in 2-3 years' time, that opportunity will be gone. We don't need to worry about the COPA outcome. We've actually got Bitcoin, and we've got the one that works. So it doesn't matter. What matters is our participation in it. What matters is us contributing to it and creating the value. This may be a controversial view, but I think Bitcoin, in the form of BSV, is actually hanging by a thread. And I think that something out of left field, not necessarily COPA, but just something out of left field could derail it completely. And then Bitcoin will truly die. And I think to avert this, we need to be working together to improve, to raise the bar. Half of these videos are not directed at you, they're actually directed at me, to raise the bar, to actually do something productive in the space, rather than waiting and hodling, price fixation, all of that stuff that I've been talking about ad nauseum, right? I'm a highly creative and inventive person, and I'll be working in the background where time permits and where other things permit to learn how to create smart contracts, learn how to build on top of Bitcoin SV, and bring some real value to the space. Hopefully I can achieve that, and in doing so, help Bitcoin succeed. That's my video. Bye for now.